So I really like how a lot of you were hitting the sweep, rocking up, and then stapling right away. So what that staple does, it really like destroys his half guard. Like, because if I were to just kind of like step over, boom, now he's got half guard. He could go butter half, open guard, a lot of that stuff. So as I rock up and I staple here, like he doesn't have much of a guard at this point. Like the only thing really saving him is this knee shield. Okay? So what I want to do is like I'm going to put a little pressure into it and then see what he's going to do. So if it goes this way, I'm going to smash. If he keeps it in a good position to where like I'm putting pressure there and he's starting to fight back, which is what we're going to do, like a little push into it, he starts pushing back, I'm going to carve around it and backstep. So I go here, here. Okay? And then from there, build my base. I like to block the hip and build up. I end up in this kind of like side control, like judo, they use like this as a pin. This is kind of where you would end up. You can go right to like a cross face here, or you can play with that from here. All right. I just want to make sure to block the hip because as I'm building back up, if I don't, I'm going to get right back. Okay. If he knows anything about playing guard. So here, that knee shield's saving him. So I give it a little pressure. As he goes to push back, I drop to this hip and carve around it. So I'm like turning. As I turn and drop to my hip, I backstep out. So I go here, here. This forearm ended up on the mat. Free arm is gonna hit the hip. That way when I'm building back up, if he starts to move, I can block it. Then I can get arm cross face, shoulder of justice. Here. Carve around, drop to this forearm, drop to this hip, backstep around. I like to leave that there just to kind of like, as a fail-safe, like I'm controlling that leg. You don't necessarily need it. I'm gonna end up right here. I don't want to hang out right here. We block the hip, move upward. Cross face. Solidify your side control.
What happens if you go straight to the cross face when you're doing backstep?
You kind of have, so since I'm carving around the knee, like I would end up here. So I need to put a little pressure on this, and when I carve around it, my body ends up over here. Because otherwise, yeah, like if I were, and then we're gonna end up in a scramble, I'm gonna have to like try to go here and like build back up. And, possible if you catch them sleeping, but it's gonna be a little tighter to go here.
And that's acting like a post.
Yes. Boom, right there. Blocking the hip, coming up, hitting my cross face. So it lessens the chance of a scramble. All right, what kind of questions we got? Feel good?
Best teacher.
On three, 1, 2, 3.